So in this lab, we'll be seeing on test cases and how do you do a load test. So as usual, log into dev.azure.com with your email ID and password, and then just go to any of your projects and then click on the test plans on our main menu. And under test plans, you will have four main options, which is test plans, progress reports, number of runs that happened, and load test. So by default, if you see, we will be having only the basic level of access to the test plans. So for getting the test plans access, you just need to go to the project settings, and then you just need to set up this testing retention and everything. And for an organization level, just go to the testing areas, and then you just need to get the test options available. So where is it? Okay, billings. Wow. Okay, so if you see here on the billings area, first basic users, 5 users are free, and the test plans will not be available by default. So you just need to say basics plus test plan and start a free trial for it. So only then the test plans will be enabled for you. So by default, test plans will not be enabled. So just click on start a free trial, and you can see the free trial expires in 30 days. Now I can go to any of the projects, and I can go to the test plans, and now we can see the test plans has been enabled. Okay, so now to create a new test plan, we can just go here and then create a basic test plan out of it, and for which sprint this test plan has to be created for. And this is going to be your test plan. Under test plan, you have an option of test suite. Okay, under test suite, you have an option of adding a test case. So you can just go and add a test cases accordingly, and you can just give the list of steps that we need to add and what are the steps that we need to follow and everything. Okay, so you have multiple test cases, and you can even add multiple new test cases accordingly. Okay, and then when you wanted to execute something, you can just go over here, and then you can execute the test cases that you wanted. And by default, it will be configured for Windows 10 OS, and it will be active. Okay, and when you wanted to see, you can just click on run for web applications, and then it will automatically run depending upon your Chrome driver. Now since we do not have any steps, it is actually not doing anything. But when you actually do something, you can just click on this pass test case or fail test case, and then if I'm here, if it's something is failed, you can even go and create a bug out of it, and then you can save and close it, and now you can see the outcome, like whether it is passed or failed. Okay, so this is how you can add a test case, and this is a test suite, and you can even add a test case out of it, and you can add a new suite, or you can even export it as a print, and you can import the results. Whatever you want to do as part of test cases, you can just do it. Okay, and this is going to be your progress report. As the name indicates, just the progress, like how many tests have been run, how many have been passed, how many have been failed, and other things. And these are all the list of parameters that you that you can add it as part of your testing plans. Like what are all the list of parameters that I need to add for my test cases to be successful. And this is a configuration. So by default, I told you Windows 10 will be available. So if you wanted to add any new configurations, you can just add it, and I can say Mac OS. Okay, and I can just even create a Mac OS configurations, and if I wanted to add any new mobile devices or other things, I can just add it as part of my configurations. And these are all the list of runs that has been happened as part of our plan. Now if you see, we just actually have a demo run, so it is actually showing it over here, and the passing rate is 100%. Load test is one of the important areas where we can see a part of our demo now. So this is going to be your load test pane. Okay, so now what happened, I'm just going to create a new URL based test. So this load test is actually available for HTTP based test or Apache JMeter test or URL based test. So here I'm just giving it as a google.com as a basic load test option. Okay, and here I'm just giving https www.google.com. okay, I don't want any headers or other things, and then I'm just clicking on save. So now what happened, I have my google.com as a test case, and then I have given that URL and other areas. Now when I click on run test, what happens? The load test for the google.com is being queued. Okay, and after certain intervals of time, I can see the results of this google.com being populated, like what is the average response time, how many users have been hitting on that particular google.com at that particular interval of time, how many requests per second, and how many are passed, how many are failed, and I can see the charts and diagnostics and logs and everything on this. Similarly, if you have your own website created as part of your application project, you can give that URL and you can check how many or how stable is your website and how many users is your website able to handle and other things as part of this Azure DevOps. So Azure DevOps gives this as part of your load testing options for the websites that you're creating it as per your project. So just give it a minute. So see, if you see here, it is just configuring the agents. The next step will be, it will be running it, and then we will be getting the results out of it. So just stay calm, and then we will be seeing it, what it is. See, now it is in progress. Now it is running the test. So now if you see, for 2 minutes, it is trying to hit the website continuously. So you can see the progress of each and everything, and if you wanted to abort in the middle, you can click on this abort option. Okay, but the maximum time for the load test it takes is for a particular minute or 2 minutes. So by default it takes 2 minutes, and then it tries to hit the website continuously. Give it a minute, we'll be seeing it. Another 30 seconds. See, now itself your responses are being populated. So it is actually using 25 users to hit the website at the same time, and number of requests hitting per second is 47, and then average response time is 167.8 milliseconds, and number of failed requests is 0. And if you see here, total number of requests in 2 minutes is 4167 requests it has been hitting at the same time. Number of errors are 0, and then now finally our test is completed. So by this way you can actually see, okay, so if you see here, test started time, test end time, and what is the status of it, what is the performance charts, what is the throughput charts, number of tests happen, and then what is the diagnostics it happened. I can even see the logs out of it. So this will be a very good feature as part of our load test in Azure DevOps. So you can even export that to the Visual Studio and you can see it. So if you wanted to show a test case results to your senior management people, you can go to the charts and you can take that and you can show it to them. So this is a very good option as part of our Azure DevOps test plans. So just try these things. It is not free by default. You just need to enable it, and it will be free only for 30 days. And load test is obviously free, but I'm saying about the test plans and other areas which is not free. Test suites, test plans, test cases are not free. It is just free for 30 days, and after that you need to pay for it. So until then, you guys can practice and then let me know if you have faced any issues. Thank you.